It is the RIOT on Radio U. It's always awesome to get a chance to meet new artists. And in the case of Collington here, that would be new to us.
Yes.
It's not like this guy's a new artist that just stumbled out of bed yesterday, finally making some art.
Well, this is James. He's a part of Collington, which has been in the Battle of the Buzz, just lost, and now is in what we call rotation on Radio U starting today. So you don't have to wait to hear it just during the Battle of the Buzz. You can hear the new song Against the Wall anytime you want to request it.
Good morning, James.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing today?
Just living the dream, living my best quarantine life.
Good.
So, actually, speaking of quarantine, where are you located right now?
So I'm in Rhode Island.
Okay. So are you guys under like a strict quarantine thing, or are you just, staying at home as best you can? Like, what are you doing?
So we've been pretty fortunate that the cases have been pretty low here, but like most people, just kind of sheltering in place. And so developed a vinyl record addiction during the last few months, as well as a coffee subscription addiction. So
that's good.
Okay. So then tell me, how many vinyl have you bought?
I would say since March.
Since March. Let's say, 4 months?
I don't know the exact number. If I looked, I'd probably get pretty depressed. So the collection on my shelf went from like this to like
to
this.
Way bigger. Okay, so what about so what month did you get into the coffee subscription then? Did you just come to it at the start of quarantine, or you're like, I should? Did you work yourself into it, or what? How did that look?
Probably about a month in, because like Starbucks. So we're in the land of Dunkin' Donuts, which not knocking Dunkin' is just not my thing, and so. Sure. Starbucks is passable if you are in a hunch and need to get done. And then the lines were going like at least a good quarter of a mile long. And so I had to resort to plan C at that point, which was coffee subscriptions.
Yeah,
sounds like a good plan.
So how about this? Like, what's the best thing you've had? Now, we didn't prep you for that, so you may not be able to answer it. So like, has there been one in particular that's really hit you?
Yeah, Necessity Coffee out of Pennsylvania.
He's writing it down. You didn't know this, James, but Obi's a coffee guy too, so he could very well do with a subscription.
Good. Necessity Coffee.
After that, I just stopped like trying out new coffees altogether. And it's just like, we're doing Necessity Coffee. End of story.
Okay.
Well, so do they have their own subscription, or are you still getting all these other random coffee things in?
So I never really like did the full subscription. I just kind of like. I think it's one of the subscription services. They'll just match you up with roasters, and then you can just go full on with that. And that was just kind of the one they did first, and then I was just like, "We're done. We're locking this in."
It's like you made the perfect match.
It's like, you hear these people meeting people on eHarmony, and the first one's the one they marry to. It was like that, but with coffee, so it's good.
Well, this is James from Collington. Just a reminder, the new song, Against the Wall, starts today on Radio U, though if you are a fan of Radio U TV, you've been able to watch recently the music video for the song, so you can check out radiou.tv if you want to catch that after we're done talking.
Now, James, you're new to a lot of our audience, so why don't you give us a little bit of the Collington backstory?
Yeah. Just started kind of writing songs in college, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life and what I should be doing, and really just kind of what the Lord wanted me to be doing with myself. And like most people in my demographic, I felt kind of guilty for not going to Bible school, and just really felt like this is what I was supposed to be doing. And pretty cool. It's been a wild ride. I've been able to work with a bunch of my heroes, and it's led me to talking with you guys today.
Now, I know the answer, but you tell us, like, who have been some of your heroes
that you've been excited to work with?
Yeah. So a few years ago, I went out to Utah to work with a gentleman named Aaron Gillespie.
Yeah, come on.
I know him from, he toured with Paramore for a little bit, and of course, Under Oath. And then the last EP I put out, I worked with a guy named Eric Young, who's responsible for some Hillsong United remixes, and he mixed all of John Foreman's last EP series stuff.
Awesome, dude. So you really have mixed it up with some legendary peeps.
It takes longer in the industry to get to be able to work with some of those heroes like you're mentioning. So it's amazing that you had a chance to do that so soon.
Yeah. It's a dream come true. And, I'm so grateful for it.
Awesome. So the EP is out there, but in the meantime, aside from coffee and buying vinyl, what's the band scene like when you're sheltering in place?
Yeah, I've been trying to stay away from the live stream stuff. So other than just basically having all your shows and festivals canceled, it's been business as usual in terms of just online marketing and release for new music. We didn't luckily have to push it out like a lot of people did with their music just because of the world situations. It got really weird for a little bit, but luckily, other than just staying at home, it's business as usual, which is cool.
I feel like after the quarantine and, again, different states, people are staying in more, or for some it's opening up, for others it's closing back up. But I feel like probably early next year, we should have so much music from bands.
So much everything.
So much everything, like music, because you guys everybody who's so creative has just been inside, I know, writing and still making music. So it'll be nice when things open up that you guys can actually in person share it with people. But if not, we're just going to have a slew of amazing new songs.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Hopefully it's all good, because it's just like, I feel like people know they have an audience, and so they just put anything out, and it's just like, did you record that video in a cave or something? Like, what's going on there? It's like,
I get what you're saying.
And
let's do it right. Yes, they did probably. It was actually in a closet, not a cave.
yeah.
So again, this is James from Collington, which is starting today on Radio U for this new song, Against the Wall, which we're excited to have on the Radio U playlist.
Yeah, and Nick, you mentioned earlier the video on Radio U TV.
Mm-hmm. You can watch that there.
You can watch it on the app. You can hear it on radiou.tv. It's all there. So, James, thanks for getting up and hanging with us, dude. And I wrote it down. Necessity coffee
is what he's going to try.
I'm looking into that, dude. I'm always looking for some good coffee.
If you don't like it, I'll personally pay for it. Just give me your Venmo.
Okay, I'm in, dude. I'm in.
For you alone, not for anybody watching.
I know, it's like you're saying that to everybody now, so that is only
No.
Obadiah.
You guys heard that, right? If he stiffs me on it, I'm never playing the song again.
No, we're actually very excited. We love the song, and we love having new music to, share with our Radio U audience. So we're excited to have this in the playlist today.
All right, Collington Against the Wall. It is the RIOT.